So once again today, the market was green. We had a green day. It seems like everything was going great. But as we look deeper, we're going to see, was this all a trap, or are we really setting up for a squeeze? Right now, I do feel like the market is trying to trick us traders. And as we look into it, you guys want to see some stuff you don't really like to see. I'm not buying this. I feel like right now we are at a critical level. We're trying to figure out exactly where we're going to go. Let's get into it, guys. All right. So what I'm looking at right now, what I see, what we're going to go into, is what has have been happening the past couple of days. It's been really nice, having those big green days happen. But did anything really changed, or are we setting up for a move? As we go into it, guys, it's not pretty. It's not pretty. We're going to look into it. We're going to see exactly how the market is setting up. And from what I'm looking at right now, we need tomorrow to really reverse things. We need those buyers. Where are those bulls? We need those bulls to come in and really take charge of this market. Because as of right now, it doesn't look very good, guys. I'm being honest with you guys. You guys know, for those of you guys who watch me over here many, many, many times, you guys know I'm typically a very bullish person. I do want the market to do well. A lot of our money, the most of the populations, their 401k is in the market. But at the same time, I'm going to be completely frank with you. I do not mind a bit of a drop because the drop for us that are traders typically is an opportunity, right? We haven't had a really nice opportunity in a long time. Now, I'm not saying we're definitely going to go down, but what I'm saying is I'm not opposed to us going down. All right. So let's go right into the spy. We're going to start with the spy right now. As I pull that up, you guys going to see exactly what I'm seeing. Just let me just set up the chat for those of you guys who likes to participate and things like that. And again, you guys do know I like to talk to you guys. I like to cover it to answer questions whenever we are here. And again, if you are here, make sure to smash the like button for me. Make sure to like, subscribe if you are not subscribed. Would really appreciate that. That really allows us to keep doing this for you guys and try to educate people and try to help. That would be great. And make sure you share that video with at least one person, man. I'm pretty sure there's somebody out there that may not know what's going on. Maybe they're looking for some guidance, or they want to double check the work, or they just enjoy technical breakdown. Bring them over here. I would really appreciate that. So just get going here. This is the SPY. This is the S&P 500. And what we are looking at right now is how the day ended in the S&P 500, right from the get-go. What did we see? Yesterday we talked about how many times we do have a pullback once we have a breakdown, like a breakout, breakdown, breakout, which is what's considered as coming back to the crime of the scene, right? To the scene of the crime. Oh, coming back to the scene of the crime. That's typically what happens, and this is why I'm a little worried about the market right now. Because if you guys are really looking at this, what did we see? We drop, bounce on support level, and we're coming back. We came right to the trend line. We just break. We literally just came to touch it. So we need to reclaim this level. All right, let's go. Let's go back inside that wedge. Let's go back inside that wedge. That way, I'd feel a bit more comfortable. But if I'm seeing tomorrow, if we actually go down and close below this candle tomorrow, that will get me very, very, very worried. And as of right now, I just don't like the way things are setting up. All right. As you could see, so today there wasn't much today. Today was a big nothing burger for myself and those of us in the community who actually trade live and trade futures. We never really had a nice breakout that happened. I mean, you could say you could have taken the trade, but we were range bound all day. As you guys could see, look at those the length of these candles. All right, from 688 to 677. This was just from 687 to 690. Like that's a 3 points move. So there wasn't much opportunity. It literally you had to be buying right at support and shorting right at resistance because those moves when they happen quick and the candles were ridiculously big. Therefore, there wasn't many opportunities presented. So let's just dig in a little bit, go into 4 hours and see what we're setting up and how things are looking. So the 4 hours is actually not too bad. And I'll give you guys the bull scenario and the bear scenario, right? I like to give you guys both probabilities so we know exactly what's going on. So as of right now, from a bull perspective, you can see we pull up, right? We pushed up, came here, and right now we're doing what? We're doing a bull flag, right? So right now, this is what's happening. This is the way this is looking. We are doing a bull flag as of right now, right? So is that going to stay as a bull flag? I don't know if is it going to break down? I do not know. But this is all we know as of right now. Okay, we have a bull flag being done. Now the MACD is also looking positive. Well, not positive. The MACD crossed up. All right. So we have two things. Remember, guys, for those of you who trade with me, my simple rule is I need to have at least three things in my favor for me to feel like I need to take a trade. All right. So I have two things right now. Um, the MACD is pointing up, although I can't even really count that because why? The MACD is actually negative, so I'm not even gonna count that. So the only thing I have is that I have a bull flag right now being done. Now on the other side, which is another way I've been trading lately, is giving myself a reason not to take a trade. Not try that I've found really helped me in that forcing trades when I'm looking for reasons why I shouldn't take a trade. I found that to be very, very, very productive for me because it really keeps me honest. Because as opposed to give myself all type of reasons, maybe I should take that. Instead, I'm coming across more like I shouldn't take that. Let me find reasons not to take it. And if I cannot find a good enough reason not to take it, then it's a good trade. All right. I'm not saying like that automatically means 100%. I'm going to win the trade. That doesn't mean that, right? It doesn't mean I'm going to win the trade 100%. But it simply means that hey, you know what? That puts me in a good position to possibly win the trade, and that to me that's good enough for me. That is good enough for me. All right. Now let's take a look at the other side. On the bear side, unfortunately, I feel like we have more of a case because what? It seems like all we did, we broke down, so we gap down, right? So we came and we filled this gap. I mean, so we had this gap here when that day that we gap down, we just came to fill this gap and we are rejecting at the top of the gap. So that means that's resistance we're finding here. And that resistance also coincide with what? That resistance coincide with the trend line, right? Coming back to the scene of the crime. So we can look at it that way. The MACD is negative. It's not high, so we still, if you do a trend line, we're still below. We haven't, there's no momentum, right? Yeah, the stocks are going up, but we're not seeing major momentum coming in, and that's a problem for me. And we are rejecting here, although we're doing that again. There's two way to look at that. The fact that we are at a resistance level, this can be if we're making a bear case, we can consider that as weakness, right? So that's the market giving us flashing signs. Hey, I'm trying to go here, I just can't. I'm trying to take this, but I just can't. All right. So that's two things we have on on the bear side, and on top of that, we are still below the trend line. We are below the trend line. We are doing the breaking, almost like we're doing the break and retest. And the MACD is negative, not positive. All right. And if you're looking at this candle, you can see the amount of selling that came in that last candle. Now, if we go in the 2 hours, we can also see this in the 2 hours. All right. Looking at that in the 2 hours, what I don't like about it is almost feels like we are setting up to do a move like this, and the way this is set up, like we're going to do that, and that would be very, very bad, guys. That would be really bad news. And if you look at the MACD, you can see we are losing momentum. We are losing momentum. The only reason this is actually still looking a bit more, just slightly positive in the 2 hours, is because of after hours. All right. If we remove the after hours push, this is still negative. But we'll take it since it's there. We're going to take it. All right. Um, but we also cannot deny the fact that it is possible that we just going to do uh, an inverted head and shoulder. All right. It is not impossible to see that. I know you guys know the patterns. I can see it myself. But we'll see exactly what happens with that. Now let's dig in the 30 minutes and see exactly what's going on there. The 30 minutes typically is a little faster. Um, so for the 30 minutes, the reason I like to trade the 30 minutes, again, as I always tell you guys, the 30 minutes almost like it's like that's setting the stage for what's going to happen, right? So starting in the 30 minutes, we get rid of a lot of the noise. All right. Like so the lower you go in the time frame, you get to a point where support and resistance does not is not as respected as it should be in the lower time frame. But with the 30 minutes, one of the things you're going to start seeing those levels really, really really get respected. All right. It's almost as if you seeing them. They typically coincide with the 4 hours and the daily resistance and support levels. That's why I like the 30 minutes. So as we dig into that, you guys can see that again. We pushed up. So if we look at the 30 minutes, this is what the scary part for me in the 30 minutes, because when I'm looking at that, for me, this is what I'm seeing. All right. I'm seeing this in the 30 minutes. All right. I'm seeing a head and shoulder pattern in the 30 minutes, and I do not like that. I don't like that. All right. So we cannot be making um, a head and shoulder pattern. We cannot be making a head and shoulder pattern at a resistance level. So that really gets me a little bit nervous to look at things like that. And if we're seeing that again, you can see we're not pointing up. Although this was rallying up again, that's after hours, so things change. A lot of things change after. And another thing I would let you guys know, so we had one big earnings this afternoon. So we had earnings from Intel, INTC, for those of you guys who follow that stock ticker. So we had that from INTC, and INTC is struggling. They did pretty bad. I can check it toward the end of this video. They actually lost a lot of money. I don't know why I said we, because I'm not in that. They lost a lot of money when people thought they were going to blow things out of the water. They actually lost a lot of money. So that's a bit concerning. But I'm not surprised, to be honest, because when you really look at all the conductors, it's unfortunate that's the one the government choose to work with. Let me say it's not unfortunate because it is an American company, but they are unfortunately the one of the worst semiconductor company out there. Their latest chips that they came out with, nobody wanted them. That's the cold hard truth. While we here, Nvidia, Broadcom, Taiwan Semi, all AMD, Micron, all these companies have long dated backlogs. INTC can't even get orders. For whatever reason, I hope they turn it around. Obviously, we are, as Americans, we are now all invested in this company, so we do want them to do well. I do hope they turn the corner, but unfortunately, they really did not do well with that earning. Anyway, going back to the SPY, you guys can see what's happening here. This is why I'm saying I don't like it. This is a very clear head and shoulder pattern being formed. I don't like that. This would be our neckline, and if we break that neckline, then we will be on our way on the way side. All right, I think I have a question here. If price break above the high you just marked, do you enter immediately or do you wait for a 5 minute candle to close above that line? So from the line, I don't know when that question came in exactly, but from the line you are talking about, I mean, it all depends, right? So it all depends. Am I day trading or am I swing trading? If I am day trading, I am waiting for a 5 minute candle to close outside. But at the same time, remember what I keep talking about yesterday. Maybe actually no, you were here yesterday. I think I did see you in the stream yesterday. Um, I like to wait for acceptance or continuation or confirmation. All these three means the exact same thing. Acceptance, continuation, and confirmation. All these three mean the same thing. It just means that if we have a 5 minute break the range or a level, close outside of it, that's for day trading. Close outside of it. I want to see a 5 minute candle close either higher or lower in the same direction, right? Say exact same direction. I need to see a 5 minute that gives me a candle that close higher if we are on a bullish one, or lower if we are going down for me to get in. That's confirmation or acceptance or continuation. That's what we refer to it. So we typically don't really, I don't cover much, I don't really review that much when it comes to the S&P futures. I believe yesterday I did. I just want to give you guys the context once again. This is what we're looking at, this MACD, right? There's nothing in this MACD that says momentum. All right, look at the this candle here. This is the volume, right? This is the volume profile. This is the volume that we had today. We just went, hit that level, and we dropped right back down. That's all we did, right? And again, if we are going to draw that out, this is what that's doing, okay? So that gives us a head and shoulder pattern with a neckline right down here. Once again, and this is being done at strong resistance levels, strong resistance level. This is where this is being done. So this is why I don't like what I'm seeing. I did not jump in. I didn't buy any calls. I didn't jump in anything. And again, this is a very nice trend line. And all we did yesterday, look at that. Yesterday we came and test that line. Although we came to test that line again, we still could not close above the line. Let me zoom in so you guys can see that properly. We could not close above, we could not reclaim it. We still could not reclaim it. We actually got pushed back down, so we are at the scene of the crime. So tomorrow, I want to see what we are going to do tomorrow. Exactly. See, do we get that squeeze? I'm still remaining cautiously bullish as of right now, but I'm a little nervous. Well, let me say I'm very nervous. All right. The fact that we did not close above that this line after this aggressive push, I am a bit nervous, and the fact that Intel did not actually perform very well, I'm a little nervous. But at the same time, I do feel like big tech going to have really good earnings. I really do, especially the AI trade. The AI trade is alive and well. Taiwan, was it ASML? ASML we reported a couple of days ago, and they just blew everything out of the water. We also had APLD, one of the stocks I've told you guys that I really like. I've covered here before. Also reported and blew things out of the water. All right, so that's the futures. But again, I'm not trying to scare you guys, but I just want to give you guys context so you guys can see everything that's shaping up. Next question here. If I miss the initial breakout, where is the best retest level on this chart to look for a second entry? Retest level is always back to the scene of the crime. That's your retest level. Let me see if I could just go back real quick. Pop, 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 pop. I believe I was here. No, I think I was in the spy. That was in the spy. Was it? No. Okay, you know what? I'll go back. I'll go back to that. I'll go back to that. I think I see your question. My apologies. I see your questions a little late, so I didn't have a chance to really answer that. By the way, guys, if you do have any questions, please make sure to drop them in the chat for me. All right, I'll do my best to answer, as long as I can see them properly. You know, sometimes it gets a little hard to monitor the chat while I'm reviewing this because this is being done live. All right. Another stuff I'm doing here is pre-recorded. Everything is being done live. And while I'm doing that, I just remember once again, guys, about 60% of you who watch the channel, I do appreciate your support, but you are not subscribed. I would appreciate it if you guys can subscribe to the channel, like and comment on those reviews. That would make the channel grow so more people can take advantage of it. And obviously, let's be quite honest, that would also give me that encouragement to see that, hey, you guys appreciate the work I'm putting out there, and really keep me motivated to do all of that. As you guys could see, there's no advertisement that's being done here, so I'm doing this purely for you guys as of right now. So your support with just a like, that's all it's costing you, just a like or a comment, would be greatly appreciated. All right, so the other thing I wanted to cover with you guys is remember when I was talking to you guys about the 10-year, right? When we were at these levels. So the 10-year broke out. All these things that's happening with stock, this is why I'm still a bit, you know, uncomfortable because this is we're not seeing a drop on the 10-year yield, right? Instead, what that thing is doing is a bull flag. That's literally what it's doing. It's just doing a bull flag. It's not actually going down. So I'm really not comfortable with this right now. All these things really gets me very, very, very uncomfortable as I'm looking at these things. It's like, okay, we have a bull flag pattern forming. All right. So what would have made me feel better is if, we had an aggressive push down, maybe we'll come here, maybe obviously if it had pushed way down below here, I would feel great. I would feel absolutely great. But unfortunately, the way it is right now, the way things are right now, that's what we're looking at. It seems like we may this is just making a bold flag right now, so we may continue to move up. So I really, really don't like that. And another item I want to cover with you guys again, looking at the VIX seems like all it's doing was okay. We broke out and we're doing a retest back to where. That's the thing I was just talking to you guys about. As of right now, this is just a retest back to the scene of the crime. That's all that is. The VIX is not actually lower. This is what we are currently looking at right now, and those things makes me feel very, very uncomfortable. If we go and take a look at that's the Mag 7 again. It's like it's everywhere. Look at the Mag 7. Look how perfect that is. This is so perfect. By perfect, I mean breakdown, retest. All right, that's a bear flag. That means as of right now, unless we gap up and we claim this tomorrow, right? Unless we claim this tomorrow, this is setting up a violent move down. Again, I haven't seen it yet. We don't have confirmation for that yet. I'm still looking at things a certain way, but I sort of feel like there are rumblings, there are reports of a lot of possible geopolitical issues. And if you look, why I'm a little skeptical about certain things, all of a sudden I'm seeing certain stocks that should not be wanting that much. There's no reason, they have no news, no nothing, but they are wanting. And what I'm referring to specifically, and that's a stock I actually gave you guys for a bull flag, right? It came back. I would tell you I was already out of this. I took profit up there, and then sadly yesterday I got out, and today we got that push. I already made my money. I'm okay. I'm good. So they have no news. But you know what those guys? This is a defense stock. You see that here? Those guys. This is a defense stock. So the fact that defense stocks are winning, does that mean maybe they signing contracts behind the scene? Because this company I keep checking all through. I scrape the internet just trying to see, say, okay, what exactly is going on? Why is there those aggressive pushes happening? And we just I just didn't see anything. There was literally nothing, right? And those things, they make me a little bit, nervous. And again, if we want to go and take a look, we are all-time high. We don't want to see almost like a we don't want to see a gravestone doji at all-time high level. This is signaling a gravestone doji. Those of you guys who study your candlestick chart patterns, a gravestone doji is really that's the stock letting you know a reversal is about to happen, and we have been pushing up so aggressively, we are way overbought. So if there's a reversal, where exactly is that reversal going to happen? On the way down. That's the only thing. So these things makes me feel a bit uneasy, a bit uncomfortable. So I really don't like them. So this is why I feel the way that I feel. And again, if you even go and take a look at some of the bigger stocks, look at that. Look, I'm thinking Broadcom is probably either going to come all the way down to 311 based on unless it gaps tomorrow. I'm looking at down to 311. Yeah, we at support level. Let's see if that support can actually hold. But this is where we are. And if you look at the MACD, my God, oh my goodness, this is horrible. This is horrible. And I always tell you guys something. I always tell you guys, right? Um, a a a a, a pattern don't have to be perfectly aligned. What do you guys see here? Boom, boom, boom. There you go. There you go. There you go. What is that? What we are seeing here is um, is a head and shoulder pattern. This is again, and this is being done with a lower right shoulder. That's very, very bearish. All right, that's very, very bearish. So we'll see if we can find some support at this level because and the bad thing for them, I do know I'm pretty confident they're going to crush their earnings, but they're not reporting for quite a while. All right, they have a long way to go before they report. Mike One is still running up. This is the almost like the only stocks keeping up the market. It's the Metas and whatever and all those companies. That's what's keeping the market up. We had a nice little bit of a pullback on Amazon today, which was great. But we've seen the market getting shaky in a lot of places. In a lot of places, the market is getting a bit shaky. All right. But that being said, guys, I really have to one, and I also just realized there's a lot of things I was not even showing you guys. Um, I really have to one. I do appreciate you guys tuning in. Every single night, I will make sure I show up and let you guys know trying to interpret what the market is trying to say to you guys, so that way you guys are not making bad decisions in the market, because it's easy to get trapped. Like for me, I may be able to spot things not because I'm better than anybody, but it's just because that's all I do every single day. I just look at charts, right? So that gives me a bit of an idea of what might be happening, right? So that could just be that. So that give me a bit of an idea. But aside from that, you guys needs to keep stick with it. I appreciate that Empire Path. That's what it is. It's all about the what? It's all about. I know some of you guys probably saying it's all about the Benjamins, but right now we're gonna just gonna make this all about the POP. All right, it's process over profit. Stick with your process. Understand what's happening. Don't try to front run the market. Don't try to anticipate move. Wait for the market to show its hands. As of right now, even me as a very aggressive trader, I'm not being overly aggressive right now. I'm being very patient. I'm waiting for confirmation in most things, and whatever. That's the way I'm treating it. Unless I'm day trading, I just want to do a quick in and out. I'm already not even comfortable holding anything overnight anyway. So just make sure you guys are careful, because the market is a bit dangerous out there. Right now, it is a bit dangerous out there. You just never know, and I don't want you guys to blow up your account. It's better you miss a move than blowing up your account. All right. So the market was green. Yes, it was green. But price has not confirmed strength. I'm not seeing strength. As a matter of fact, I'm seeing weakness, and I'm seeing a lot of red signal. There's a lot of red signals happening. So we're trying to stay very cautious. Let the market prove that, hey, I'm committed to move up. Right. Let the market make that commitment. Don't make it for the market. Don't try to front run it so you can catch the bottom. We don't need to. Again, I'm gonna keep saying that to you guys. You do not need to catch the bottom. All right. If you do, that's great, but it's not needed. Just catching a little bit of the market. That's good enough. As long as you sizing your positions properly, and you getting, especially if you're trading options, and you buying the strike price, you buying the right strike prices, you should be able to do okay. All right, and I want to leave you guys with this again. I'm gonna get on my soapbox a little bit with you guys. I understand it's tough. The past couple of days has been hard. Again, just stick with it. Don't over leverage yourself. Be careful. Keep a little, keep some cash on the side. Don't go, don't. I've heard the term, and I've said it myself. I've done it. Said I'm loading, I'm loading the truck. Or I'm backing up the truck, and I'm loading up. We're not loading up. We're not backing up nothing. All right. We just dipping our toes in the water. This is what we're going to do until the market shows what it wants to do. We're just going to be very careful and very cautious as far as how we proceed. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next market review. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And make sure to click that little notification bell, so that way you don't miss when we go live. Tomorrow I will be, since tomorrow is Friday, the live may happen a little earlier than normal, instead of the usual 9 p.m., because obviously it's Friday night. Anyway, guys, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care. Tomorrow, stay green, and go get that money. Just get in, get out. Don't overstay your welcome. All right. Peace out, guys.